Hello there, my name is Benjamin, and thank you so much for joining me once again in the studios of BlabenSolutions. Once again, I've come your way with another exciting video tutorial on how to design a Facebook cover. Something like this. But before we begin, let me use this opportunity to say a very big thanks to you for clicking this video. If this is your first time of being in here, this is BlabenSolutions, and we are into the production of graphic design video tutorials. If you think videos of this nature will be of great benefits to you, then I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and make sure to check the bell icon so as to be the first person to be notified whenever I release new videos. Do well to also like, share the video, and let me know your thoughts by leaving them in the comment box below. If you're already a part of this team, thank you so much for showing up once again. Without any further ado, let's quickly jump right in. Welcome to Photoshop. Now you can see right in here, this is one of the resources that we will be working with. Over here as well, we have other resources that we would work with. Okay, so these are images that I'll be working with. Actually, the cover is for an online shop. Okay, that goes with the name Killmat. So they specialize in Turkish delights, spices, and organic food. Quickly, let's begin. So in here, the first thing we need to do is to create our working space. So I will come to the file tab, click on new, and this is a Facebook cover page. Facebook cover. So we have a standard size for the cover. In here, I will be working in pixels. So let me name this Facebook cover, right? So in pixels, I'll be working with the width is 851 pixels and the height is 315 pixels, right? That is a standard size for the Facebook cover. So in resolution, I'm going to be leaving this in 300. The color mode RGB, because I wouldn't be printing it. So everything is intact in here. Then let's click OK, right? So that is how it looks like. The first thing I'm going to do is I have 3 images as my resources. Okay, so I'm going to create a shape to hold these images. So with my shape tool selected, I'm going to right click and choose this rounded rectangle tool. When you come to the option box or the property box in here, we could, sorry, it didn't select the rounded. I needed the rounded rectangle. Good. When you come in the property panel or the option box in here, you can see we have the radius to be 20 pixels. Okay, so let's see the difference, right? Now after drawing this, you can see that the edges, that is the radius, that is how it looks like when it is 20 pixels. But let me change this to 40 and let's see how it looks like. I believe you can see how it looks like, right? So I think I'll be going with the 40. So make sure to change the radius to 40 and hold and draw something like this. Okay, so I'm going to be deleting this. Now with this, I'm going to press Ctrl T on my keyboard and make sure I rotate this to a size that I think it's okay by me. Then I will drag this in here this way. So enter on your keyboard, and I'm going to actually duplicate this by pressing Ctrl J on my keyboard. I've duplicated this, so I'm going to be shifting this beneath here this way, and I'm going to do the same duplication, Ctrl J, and I'm going to be shifting this in. Sorry, I think I went somewhere. Wow, this is looking very great, but we are not done yet. We need to do some addition of stroke, drop in some shadows, and before importing our images. So let's quickly do that. With this shape tool selected, I'm going to add some stroke and drop a shadow in here. So coming to my add layer style here, click on stroke, and we can add a stroke to this, I think the black is okay. With a size of 3 is okay. Later on we'll be looking at the color to see if we can change them. Let's head on to add a shadow. So let's drop a shadow, and let me drag this in here. So let me bring my cursor down here and drag this here this way, right? And let me do some, okay, so let me drag this in here. I think this is cool. Well, after we are done, just click OK. Now that we are done with this one, let's quickly copy the layer style of this very one and apply it to the rest of the shapes, right? So I'm going to right click on this layer, and I'm going to copy the layer style. Where is it? Copy layer style. So copy, select this shape, right click here, and let me paste the layer style. Let me do some small modifications in here. Double click on the drop shadow. Then let's bring our cursor closer to this end and let's drag the shadow out a bit. I think this is looking good. When you are done, hit OK. Let's do same for this. Apply the layer style to it, and let's double click the shadow and let's drag that same thing. Good. Everything is looking just perfect as planned. So now that I have this done, the next thing we are going to do is obviously we are going to do the importation of the images. Let me quickly do the importation of the images, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Alright guys, welcome back. That was very fast. So these are the images that I've imported. So quickly we are going to place, or we're going to clip mark this image on top of the shapes. Okay. So these are the images, right? All right guys, so the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add in the text in here. So let's quickly begin. The name of the shop is Keel Mat, Keel Mat, right? So we are done with the first part. Let me move on right in onto the second part that has to do with the contact details. Okay, it's also a form of typing. So with my text tool selected, I would type the contact details in here. So right now I want to type in get in touch, but with this I want to do it in the form of a button like style. You get it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this online shop. So by pressing Ctrl G, I duplicated it. So dragging this to the bottom here, sorry, did I say bottom? Sorry. I'm going to double tap here to change the font. So get in touch. I don't need any spacing in here, so I'm going to check the spacing to 0. Sorry, I need to select the move tool first. Then I'm going to reduce the size of this rectangle shape, Ctrl T. Then I'm going to drag this here this way. Well, I can change the color of this to match this very one, and maybe change the font to match that of this one as well. And better still, I can add some small or drop some small shadow in here and see if that looks. That's cool. So I can drag this up a bit. Alright, so basically we are almost done with our Facebook cover design. Let me quickly do the importation of our pattern design that I showed you guys. This is it. So I'm going to drag and drop this in here. Actually, I'll be duplicating this, so let me place this one here. Let's hit enter. So I drag this beneath all the layers, so I have this beneath the layers, and I'm going to change the color of this. So coming to my add layer style, click on color overlay, and let's quickly change the color to something simple. Well, I think this is okay, but I'll reduce opacity of it. So let me reduce opacity. You can as well reduce your opacity. 15 is okay by me. Let me reduce this a bit to 10. Well, 12 is okay, so we can actually duplicate this. And so I'm no longer going to press Ctrl J to duplicate it, but I'm going to hold my Alt key, right, and hold and drag this way. Okay, hold and drag this way. Well, that is it. And this brings us to the end of today's video tutorial. Thank you so much for staying to watch this video right from the beginning till the end. Do well to like and share the video as well, and also leave your thoughts in the comment box below, and I'll be very glad to give a feedback. One last thing before I go, if you want to know how I designed this thumbnail, do well to check the description below. There's a link to that video, and I believe you will learn something in there as well. So do well to check that video, and I'll be glad you did. Until I come your way next time, it is still BlabenSolutions, and thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.